it. Yeah, that's proper. First word to come out of my mouth live. I'm out of practice. Been a lot of stuff going on. Yet nothing at all. Isn't that always the way? Okie dokie. I need to figure out what we have here already, for one thing. There's plenty of fungal mold here. How am I doing on cactus flesh, star bulb, cactus flesh, star bulb, and fungal mold? Where are we sitting with that? I need more star bulb. I need more fungal mold. I still need to plant. I need more moradite. I still need to plant a lot of things. Yeah. Looks like for now I'm just going to be wandering the cosmos trying to pick up more of the collectible plants and stuff. So gonna try to do my best to max some of these things out. Okie dokie, we are going to take a look at fungal mold first. So you got anything that you want to concentrate on today, Dave? You still got a lot of ship upgrades you can get and stuff, don't you?
Yeah, just trying to figure out how to turn the volume down to like this game. Very weird.
I think you turned your mic down.
That would be under.
So what, you're trying to turn my volume up?
Yeah, where I can hear you more over the game.
That'll be in your party settings, I think. Ooh, I haven't been back to my settlement in quite a while. Quite a while. It's not loading in. Huh.
Yeah. How do I send that? Ooh.
My settlement's not loading in. That hauler's not loading in. Uh-oh. I wonder what's going on.
I have no idea.
Oh, there it is. Those halters are still a little wonky though.
How do I sound?
You sound fine.
Okay, I can hear you better now.
Hey, Worfy, how's it going? Now it's starting to load in. It took its sweet. It's taking its sweet time. I'm stuck in a holding pattern right now.
Hey, Wolfie.
No, I don't want to land on the landing pad. Oh, yeah. Dang it. Well, screw it. Whatever. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's see here. Which one of these guns was the one I had? Is this the one I was working on that? Yeah, it is. Okay. Is it? Man, it's been a minute since I've played. Okie dokie. Yeah, it has been a while. Alright. So let's see here. What do you want? Get out of here, you bum. I walk in here, there's a Geck standing next to my desk, and he asked me if I have units. Anybody need some ion capacitors? What about some Geck nip? Jeez, I maxed out on getting it. I maxed out on both of these products. Warframe's changed a lot, yeah. It changed all the controls too. I don't know. Where's the bullet jump? What do we got going on? Our scientists are looking for a new project. One faction are looking into citizen welfare, but the others sneer at this approach. They favor increasing industrial output. Citizen happiness or productivity? Were we with either one of those? Oh, we could always make room for productivity. And we're going to have the Sentinel attack, because that hasn't happened in a long time. I haven't been here. I'm surprised they wait until I get here. Well, I'm not surprised, but I mean, like, isn't it wondrous that the Sentinels just wait until you show up? Yeah, this is definitely no Warframe. Oh, you alright, Dave?
What the hell?
I think you're catching some of the ricochets from my weapon.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I think you were catching ricochets. Or direct fire, because I'm horrible at aiming.
Not just you.
It's been a minute, hasn't it? Hey, I haven't seen your character in a while. You got the hood, huh? Nice. Okay, I'm here to collect fungal mold. Did you need any Geck or ion capacitors or whatever they were?
Maybe the ion capacitors.
Oh, it's telling me to get rid of the Geck. Okay, Starship.
I'd hate to see how much I gotta get rid of once we go buy some of it.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to trying to sell all that off. Not looking forward to it at all. Alright, well, fungal mold time. JP's fungal cluster. Let's see here. That's carbon. I could use that. I should probably change tools. Oops. I should probably figure out how to play the game again. Okay. There they are. All right. See, I'm just gonna go around collecting like star bulb and fungal mold and stuff like that. I got to get my freighter into shape to where I can. I don't have to. I'm gonna get it to where I don't have to keep going to other planets to pick up those things. Because right now that's the way it is. With all those new freighter, with all those new freighter parts. That was about the last time I played, unfortunately, when they brought in all these new freighter parts. And I took everything out and didn't replace any of it. So now I got to get my farm in my freighter up and going again. I don't know what kind of stuff that they're planning on bringing on the new update. But I certainly don't want to be caught with my pants down. If anything should have a lot to do with the freighters and having to move around with those. I mean, who knows what they're planning on doing. I know everybody's got their speculations. Everybody's got their wish lists. I'll just be interested to see what they end up doing. I got a feeling I'm going to be moderately happy with anything they do. Because so far, I've not really ever been upset with anything Hello Games has put out for us. Some of the stuff has been better than others, but the fact that they're always making forward progress and thinking about how to make the game better without any cost to the customer, the person playing the game. They don't add new stuff in and then have a way to buy your way out of it. You know? Like other games. Oh, I just threw the dirt. Oh, that was a weird glitch. Yeah, multiplayer is still a little bit glitchy. It'd be nice if they could do something about that. Just lost that fungal mold I was going after. Okay. Can we use oxygen? So how's things been going for you, Warfy? Still keeping busy and doing moderating for people's chats I've seen. I wonder how long it's going to take me to get a full stack of everything. That's pretty much what I'm going for here, is just get a full stack of one of everything. That way I know I don't have to keep running around looking for it. Which also reminds me I need to take advantage of some of the animals that have been walking around, because, well, it takes too long for me to sit and wait for them to do anything. I wonder if there's a planet that I can go to that just has... in fact, I know that there are planets that you can go to. Correction, before I finish my sentence and my thought process. I know that there's planets that I can go to that have nothing but Fesium readily available. A lot of them are in the plants and stuff like that. So I need to find that. It's interesting how they made an item in the game like Fesium that was relatively worthless, that nobody wanted, and they turned it into a part that's, turned it into something that you kind of need a lot of if you're doing any kind of farming on your freighter. Like it's a build component for your freighter. And here I've been giving thousands of units of it away to Dave.
Yeah.
And now I wish I could cash in and go, hey Dave, you know all that Fesium I've been giving you? Kinda need all that back. There's an ammonia deposit. I probably should load up on some more of that. And it's nice to get back to one of the games that I love playing. This game hasn't been spoiled by pay to play and all that stuff. It should be enough for a while on the ammonia. You want out, kitty kitty? Go ahead and go out. Just stop bothering me about it. Man, there's actual chill in the air today. Jeez. All those days of being real hot, and now it's cold out. That's good. It'll get rid of the mosquitoes. We were starting to have a big mosquito problem where I worked. If you didn't have a fan blowing on you, they were biting you all the time.
Ew.
Even with they even provided off, like for everybody.
You see this over here?
What's up? Yeah, it got so bad that the company itself had bought multiple cans of off, and we're just leaving them lay around the factory.
Oh, this is the crash freighter. Okay, that's what this is. Alright.
Yeah, there's an archive and a crash freighter around. Hey, Thomas Kelly, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by.
I thought this was the archive, but this is actually the crash freighter.
What was that, Dave?
First I thought this was the archive, but it's actually...
Oh, you've... Oh, wow! It's kind of like smooshed into each other, aren't they?
Is it the archive and
the archive and the archive and the freighter are kind of just smooshed together. That's weird. You know what? I would have thought I would have seen that before with my settlement only being 7 minutes away.
Yeah, I thought it looks like an archive, and then when I get over here, it's
both. It's both. You're in Michigan. It was 82 yesterday, and now it's only 59 degrees. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're in Indiana. Same deal. By this point yesterday, it was like 73, 75 degrees, somewhere in there. It cooled off quick. I had my power cut off yesterday. We had a quick storm run through. For about 5 minutes, it looked like hell had frozen over outside. And then it went away. Yeah, yep. No Man, this is typical No Man's Sky. I actually kind of love it for that, though.
My question is, how do you get up to it?
You're trying to get into the, it looks like it's just taken over the whole landing pad area with the front disc of the freighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that archive is unusable.
There's people up there.
Oh, there is? You're actually on it?
Yeah, I'm up top. There's a ship that landed. There's a Geck standing there.
I'm seeing shuttles take off through the disc.
Yeah.
Now I've landed on the disc. It's solid for me.
Yeah, you actually got to go up.
Whoa.
Had to go around the front.
Oh God, yeah. Huh. It's completely obliterated most of the stuff over here, though. Like, I can't get to a couple of the shops. Okie dokie. To be honest, I don't think this was here before the last update. I haven't been here since before the last update, or since around the last update on this planet. So, like I said, you would have thought I would have known about an archive that's only 7 minutes away from my settlement.
Yeah, you would say.
I'm pretty sure I would have. I'm pretty sure I would have noticed that. Thankfully, no power outages since the local electric company cut down all the trees within 6 feet of power lines in your neighborhood. Yeah, they got to doing that around here. There was a few storms that went through here earlier on in the summer. That was like late spring, early summer when all those went through. You had power cut off for like a week, didn't you, Dave?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they went through. I know they went through my neighborhood and started like looking at trees and figuring out which ones they were just going to flat out take out. Oh no, I'm off the clusters. I had a good string of running through and finding clusters, and now I'm... Oh, looks like there's some over there. I'll go grab those.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
Yep. Wee-hoo. Man, I can't wait to play this game in 3D. The 2013 snowstorm. Yeah, I remember that. My parents had 5 cars in their driveway, mine being one of them. And out of all the 5 cars that were in the driveway, mine was the only one to get hit by a tree branch. And I wasn't even home. I was truck driving at the time, and I was just storing my vehicle over there in their driveway. And out of all the vehicles parked there, mine was the one that had to get smashed. About a fist-sized dent in the corner panel. I don't have that vehicle anymore, but that was disappointing. It wasn't a new vehicle by any means either. It wasn't a junker, but it wasn't a new one. Let's see if there's any new words I haven't learned in a long... Nope. Still got most of the words. Or at least all of them I can read from knowledge stones. 2 weeks? Oof. Yeah, I can't remember how long. Like I said, I was truck driving at the time, so I don't remember exactly what the power outage situation was. I didn't get to experience that part of it. Yeah, I was lucky it wasn't the windshield, honestly. With as close as it was to hitting the windshield, I was awful lucky it wasn't the windshield. It was just a dent in the corner panel. But it was close. It was close. You're on vacation at Disney to Maine, or then to Maine, but when he drained our pipes for us. Well, that was nice of him. Yeah, you don't want pipes freezing up. That's a bad deal, especially in an older house, because you don't know where any of that stuff goes. Something just landed close to me. it just took off.
Looking at freighters, I can't remember if I sent anybody out or not.
Oh yeah, I got a bunch of freighters that came back with stuff. They're sitting there waiting on me to grab all of it. Last thing I did the last time I played was send them out all on missions, so they're all back. Should probably check on that the next before I take off to the next system. I need to get Starbulb first though, because I'm here. We have Starbulb.
That's Geck going.
Hopefully they brought, yeah. They're all S-class, so who knows what I'm gonna get. I got some living ships. I got a smattering of a little bit of everything, you know, the combat, industrial, science. I got a full fleet. I can't pick up any more ships without getting rid of one. And of course, I've focused mostly on the industrial, so it'll probably be a lot of stuff that you would get from industrial. God, I want to play this game in 3D so bad. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If I had the opportunity to do this in 3D, I don't know if I'd unplug. I was born I'm probably about 200 years too early, 200 years too early, and then...
Freighter metal. Really?
Probably 200 years too early, and or about 800 to 1,000 years too late. Born in the wrong time.
I got the freighter I want.
Born in the wrong time. JPs. Pulpy roots. Pulpy roots.
Really?
Then after playing Grand Theft Auto for a little while and doing a whole bunch of Warframe, I'm kind of into a chill game for right now. I've had a lot of stuff going on in real life. I just kind of, I want to play video games, but I kind of want to just chill, you know? Turn brain off for a little while. I've seen a lot of gameplay in this in 3D. I really want to play this in 3D. This game was meant for 3D. Like full-on immersion. First person doesn't quite translate it. You know? I mean, you get a good idea. I mean, look at the size of this damaged machinery when you're in first person. Like, it doesn't give you, like, third person doesn't quite give you perspective like first person view does. Not only that, but I mean, they've gone through a lot of work to, they've gone through a lot of work to make sure the game really looks good from any angle, you know, third person, first person. They put in a lot of time for it, or with it. Might as well get salvaged at it if I'm not getting anything else, right? Ow. That's the other thing, like with 3D, you're stuck in, or if you're in using the 3D goggles, you're stuck in looking at things from this point of view. You don't have third person.
Yeah. Maybe I didn't send any of them out. Okay. Yeah, I didn't. Cool.
Have I played Diablo? Yeah, I've played a lot of Diablo. Not recently. But yeah, Diablo used to be one of my main games. I've been playing Diablo off and on since it came out. I'm old. We've been playing that on Torment level 5. And that's not relaxing at all. No, it's not. It's not relaxing at all in level 5. I think I've got a couple characters that can handle that, though. You would die a lot if I played first person with the shoulder boost. Yeah, let's see, I got the Reaper of Souls update. Yeah, I got the Reaper of Souls update when it came out. I played the hell out of that for some hours. Some really big hours. But then it got to the point where it wasn't... I was disappointed with the reboot of Diablo 2. Like, I bought that and was getting ready to play a whole butt ton of that because memories, you know. And they said that they've done a lot of patches to it and made it a lot nicer to play. So I'm thinking about at some point going back and taking a look at it, but kind of ruined me on it for a little bit. That and the Reaper of Souls thing. Like I said, I got some characters. I got some decent characters in the game. But then it gets to just be the grind to look for your right armor and the grind to look for the right weapon set. It's the armor set thing, the hunting down the right armor set. That can be a pain in the butt. Absolute pain in the butt. Diablo was the major grindy game of my life for a long time, and then I went over to Warframe. Warframe is the most grindy game on the face of the planet, and I love the hell out of it for it. But I need to you need to take a break from things like that, like the grind. Like this may also be grindy. The stuff that I'm doing right now, trying to look for trying to look for these materials. That may be a grind, but like I'm doing other things in the meantime. Or I'm not doing anything at all in the meantime. Here's another archive, Dave. Fully functional, by the way. No freighter. Yeah, this is my legacy save. Got a few hundred hours into this one, and it's in normal mode, so I'm not too worried about shoulder boosting into the wrong thing. We've got survival saves, legacy survival saves, and I got a legacy permadeath save. that I've been working on. Well, I had been working on. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't touched that in a while. I think that was the last time I was actually playing No Man's Sky up until the freighter update. I was working on that permadeath. Still can't convince Dave to do it. No. Dave doesn't want to have nothing to do with permadeath.
No, I don't.
And that expedition didn't help any, did it?
Nope.
Well, I don't think they're gonna be. I don't think they're gonna be doing permadeath in the next expedition. I'm glad they tried it out, though. You know what I mean? Like, at least they're trying new things and trying to, you know, trying to give people what they want. I was one of the people that was like gung ho over the permadeath thing, so. They're trying to give something to everybody, the builders, the people who want to do planting, build bases and stuff, collect pets. I got a daughter that one of my youngest daughter plays this for the pets. She wanders around planets and just stares at the runs around with the animals all day long. Almost gets to the point where she dies because she's not paying attention. Playing the seasons on Diablo 3. Yeah, I didn't really get into that. I tried it for a little while. I see the benefits of it. But then, like, with me having the multitude of games I like to play, I mean, I don't want to get too absorbed into one game. My brain doesn't work that way. Like, I get way too distracted. And I get burnt out real easy on a lot of things. That's why that's why I haven't streamed No Man's Sky in a while. I got kind of burnt out. That, and I don't want to be that YouTube streamer that plays the one game over and over and over again. Not to say that there isn't stuff to do in No Man's Sky all the time. Like I said, like the title says, I've been neglecting my freighter. I don't just stick with one flavor of ice cream and, you know, that's it. I like different flavors. There's chocolate, there's vanilla, there's strawberry, there's Rocky Road, you know. More fungal mold. That's what I want. How long is this taking me, by the way? Where am I at with that? Oh my god, this is a slow process. Okay. I was like, I'll just get some fungal mold. And... This may not be the best planet for it either. Like, there's another one in this system that's got fungal mold. Maybe I should go check that one out, see if the clusters are a bit bigger. Here's a fungal mold cluster, and it is, they're not, yeah. There's a fungal mold cluster, it was just one. Maybe I should try to find a different planet. I mean, I've got it, like I said, I've got another planet in this system that's got it. I don't know if it's a nice planet to run around on. Maybe it'll clump a little bit thicker.
That's planned.
Yeah. I might go to the other one, see if that's any better. If not, I'll just come back here.
There it is.
Am I just doing one big circle? Oh, I'm doing the Jason Plays thing. I'm just going in one big left-hand turn. Well, let's grab that because I saw it. Tried to run in a straight line and I ended up running in one big left-hand turn. No Man's Sky is relaxing even with the grind. Yeah, yeah. I have one permadeath save. Took me a long time to get it going. Died so many times trying to get to my ship. Yeah, yeah. It's no permadeath is no. It's no slouch. I'd say you definitely have to know what you're doing, or at least have a good concept of how to play the game before you even bother with it. Like survival mode, if you were somebody who liked to start off games in like a hard mode or a normal, or in like a decent normal mode to start off with, survival mode may be a bit on the extreme side even for that if you had never played the game before. Just because of the concept of trying to keep yourself alive, along with trying to get other things done. Oh, now it starts. I bitched about there not being enough fungal clusters, and now they're showing up. Maybe that's what you need to do. Just complain that you don't have enough of something, and it starts showing up. There's still not big clusters of them, though. That last one was just a couple plants. That one's only a couple plants. Did they update the audio on this game?
I don't know.
The background audio seems to be a bit more. Let me check something out. General. I've already got the music almost all the way down. Let's crank the SFX a little bit and see where that gets me. That may be too loud. We'll find out. Let me know if it's too loud. It sounds good in my ears, but I don't know how that's going to sound for everybody else. No, I'm on PlayStation 4 Pro. That's alright, Worfy. It's the keys to find the cave as fast as possible. Yes, it is, Thomas. Hey, Enra, how's it going?
Toxic protection. Falling.
Thanks for stopping by, dude. Thomas, if you haven't checked out Enra, he's got a channel. He does like some spectacular builds. He's one of the best glitch builders out there. Very creative too. He goes around and checks out other people's bases. He's got some great stuff. I love stopping by and just watching. I don't get involved too much in the chat, but it's mainly just because I get caught up looking at the stuff that they're looking at. Plus, I'm usually at work. Yeah, Enra's got a really good channel to lurk. Thank you, Worfy. Oh, it's all honest, dude. It's all honesty. Big old oxygen cluster. I have got more than enough oxygen, especially for this normal mode save. But I just can't help myself. I'm a hoarder. I've got problems with hoarding. Like, do what, Dave?
He says he don't mind lurkers at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's that watch time. YouTube's looking for that watch time. If you ain't cutting videos, like little 20, 30-minute videos, you gotta have that watch time. But yours is definitely, your channel is definitely one of the ones I like sitting in and for a couple hours, just watching what's going on. There's times where I'll sit and lurk and not say anything at all. There it is. That's what I saw. Ooh, that was a bad takeoff.
I'm looking at this A-class multi-tool, and it don't have hardly any slots at all. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You start out with 10. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them that ain't. Like, you ain't gonna fit much in this multi-tool.
Forget what update it was that I started noticing stuff like that. It was earlier on this year. Or was it late last year?
You would think with being an A-class multi-tool, you would have a little more slots.
Yeah. Generally, one would think that. But again, well, it's like when we were one of the times we were playing a couple months back. There have been some B-class ships that had better stats than A-class ships.
Yeah.
I've noticed there's been some B-class and S-class and A-class, and there have been times where the lower classes actually had better stats in some areas than the higher class versions. Kind of adds to the variety of it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you got an S-class. Say you picked up an S-class ship, so it's at its highest potential as far as what you can put on it, or what you can add to it as far as, you know, slots and weapons and all that stuff. But it may not have the base stats quite like a C-class does. Like if you stripped everything off of this S-class ship, it may not have the base numbers like a B-class.
This is weird.
So I've noticed more and more in this game, you actually got to read and pay attention to what you're looking at. If you just look at it and go, "Oh, that's an S-class, that's what I want," and without reading the actual stats to what you're picking up,
I'm gonna send you a picture.
you may end up wasting your time. It may be more beneficial to take a lower level multi-tool or a lower level ship and build up on it than it is just to take the outright S-class. I'll have to look. Yeah, I'll have to look at that.
I don't remember ever seeing one of these with this type of wings on it.
Give me a moment, everybody. Let me take a quick look at that.
I don't remember ever seeing one like this. These type of wings.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's been the same one here for a while.
First time I've seen one like it.
I think there's 2 different explorers on this planet.
Well,
in this system.
I'm not in your system.
Oh, you're not? That looked like one that was out of this system.
I couldn't tell you where I'm at.
You warped in front. What'd you do, teleport to somewhere and go, oh?
No, I warped into a freighter battle and I didn't want to mess with it because I've got a freighter I want. And when I got in my freighter and decided I'm warping out of here, I warped to somewhere.
Random jump. Yeah, I might check out that other planet in this system, see if the fungal clusters may have a bit more to them. Because I'm not really getting a whole lot per cluster.
I don't want that.
I mean, I'm finding them more often now that I complained about it. But... Yeah, honestly, you're right, Henry. You gotta love it. That's why I've got so many multi-tools. Like, some of them have better stats than others. I'm using, like the one I've got right now, I've had since the beginning of this playthrough. Because it had really good stats for what I could afford at the time, and I hunted around. It may not be the prettiest multi-tool, but I hunted around for stats instead of the way it looked. I hunted around for for stats instead of going out and finding the first S-class or A-class or S-class multi-tool. But again, this one, it was what I could afford at the time, the best that I could afford at the time. And I've put in a lot of work and time into it, so I still have it 600 hours later. But that was also before they started doing updates to the multi-tools. I said I've had this particular multi-tool for a long time now. And it's, unless I purposely go out and hunt down a specific type of multi-tool, or happen to run across it, I got real lucky finding the alien one that I got. And I just turned that one into my main fighting weapon. I don't have anything. Well, I think I got a mining beam up. Yeah, I think I got a mining beam on it because I got the room. I put what I wanted into it as far as weaponry. It's a lot more dangerous than this multi-tool. But for scanner range and mining, this one's probably one of the better ones I've seen in a long time. That's why I still got a hold of it. Right now I'm collecting the fungal mold because I'm near fungal mold. When they did the update for the freighters, I had a farm on my freighter, but it was a small farm. And I had been slowly working on it. And now that they've got all new parts for your freighters, I ripped out all of the old stuff and started putting in new stuff. And at the time, I didn't have a whole lot of space in my inventory. I still don't have a whole lot of space in my inventories. Like, I'm sure if I sat and did a couple hours worth of inventory management and moved stuff around, I could use the 2 haulers that I have to kind of put stuff in places. But at the time, I was trying to... I was in too much of a hurry when I started pulling everything apart. So all the fungal mold, all the star bulb, all that kind of stuff, the Gravitino balls, all those kind of things that I had already a good base start to them, planting everything. I pulled all that out, sold almost all of it, or got rid of a lot of it. Wasn't really thinking about what I was going to do when I went to rebuild, other than, well, I could just go out and find more of this if I need it. That was my attitude towards it at the time. I could find more star bulb if I need it. I can find more fungal mold if I need it. Well, today's the day that I go out and try to find those things. So fungal mold's first on the list because I've got 2 planets in the system that have fungal mold. I have 1 planet in the system that has star bulbs, so that'll probably be next. I I know I keep saying that I'm going to move on to the other planet to look for it, but I keep running across it. You know what? I'm going to do it. Hold on. Let me find a decent spot to plant my ship down. But yeah, I got to rebuild up my farm and my freighter. Then I don't know where they're Hello Games is going with it. I know when they did that, they pretty much made it. When they did that update, they pretty much set it to where you could literally just live out of your freighter. Like you can warp where you want to, you can see what you want to, you can teleport around in it. They've made the freighter so much more viable in the game. Like before, it was just a place you could put your stuff. Another place to build a base. You could build off of it and stuff like that. It wasn't something like you could. It wasn't something that you could. The value of it was moderate, but in my eyes, a freighter was like kind of like my settlement. I stopped by, checked out stuff, saw what was going on, grabbed the stuff for my frigates, and took off. But now they've got it the way they've got it set. You could damn near just live off of the thing. You don't have to. Oh, there's cactus flesh too. I might need to pick some of that up. Starball. Yeah, I know. Oh, look at Kitty.
I can't help it, man. You're just so much of that. And explaining it all of a sudden. Oh.
Oh, this is why I don't stop at this planet very often. Aggressive Sentinels. Yeah. I need that stuff too. I mean, what's bad is, like I said, this system I claim for my own, and I still. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You don't like them? Yeah, I don't like them much either. I don't like them much either, but this is normal mode. I move pretty quick. I don't know if I'm necessarily looking to start a fight or looking to get into any fights, but I'm not all that concerned about the Sentinels on this planet at this point. They don't bother me much. Other than they're more along the lines of wasps. They can be avoided. Yeah, I read the profile. Thanks for updating me though.
Squirrel.
Yeah, this is my least explored planet. Now we're talking. Oh, hovering fungal mold plants. Yeah, these clusters are a lot nicer. Okay, I'm not going to struggle to get those. Oh, shoo! See, that's the other thing I like about No Man's Sky, like Warframe, Diablo, all of those games. I get distracted in those games. Like my ADD can kick in and I'm okay. But like Hello Games has designed a game where you can just let your ADD take control and you don't have to feel bad about it. I'll be playing this game with a certain goal in mind, and then by the end of 3 hours of playing, I'll be completely doing something different altogether.
Yep.
Didn't we start off doing this? Yeah. Wasn't that important to you? Yeah. Why are we doing this? Just how it went. Like it doesn't, there's no penalty for it. Ah, that's why the Sentinels are here. Gravitino balls. They're not even that valuable anymore. Like, comparatively, Gravitino balls used to be pretty valuable in the game, and they still are, but they're not like they used to be. Like, I could understand the Sentinels being heavily aggressive on planets with Gravitino balls back in the day, but now it's like, I don't, what are you protecting? Like, I have one here. It's 40,000 units for one. So yeah, early game. And again, it also depends on what system you're in. The value changes based on where you're at.
Game is glitching big time on my end.
It is.
Yeah, I just had a trading post and now it's disappeared. Huh.
Oh, it's showing up on your hood, and you can't find it anymore.
No,
or
it's
did you
literally
scan
gone.
for it?
I scanned for it. I scanned for it. It brought it up. I was on my way to it, and next thing you know, poof, it's gone.
Huh.
Not even on the hub. Nowhere. How I Let's try this again. Unknown building. Okay. Now it says there's no trading post here at all.
Huh.
And it's saying you're off planet, but I'm not even in this area that you are.
Yep, No Man's Sky multiplayer. Gotta love it. And now we're starting to get somewhere. I don't know about the more I'm walking around on this, I don't know about collecting a full stack. I might just be happy with 5,000. We'll say 5,000. Then I can move on to the next thing. Be doing nothing but looking for fungal mold. Yeah, I haven't spent much time on this planet at all. Hey, see what I meant about my scanner? 192,000 for scanning that one animal. Then you look at the Gravitino balls and they're 40,000 a piece. It's like, nah, I'd rather scan animals. If I was looking for ways of making units, I'll just go from planet to planet and scan animals. Let's see what I get scanning a plant. Yeah, scanning plants is more. I could have sworn I'd been on this planet more than that. Oh well. Now I'm out of fungal clusters again. Metal fingers, not so interested in. Sweet root, not so much. Buried, salvaged above ground. Cobalt is more lucrative without dealing with the Sentinels in early game. Yeah. It's more lucrative in normal mode too. Like Cobalt in normal mode, that's the way to go if you're gonna make money. It's kind of difficult to get the ball rolling on stuff like that in survival and permadeath. Or at least that's what I've found with the way I play. Iodice, Cobalt, and Cobalt aren't really... You spend a lot of time trying to get very little when you're in permadeath. Purely because the stack of only 250. There have been times where I've wondered why they cut it down from almost 10,000 units of one thing down to 250. Like, who made that decision to go to that extreme? Not that I'm mad about it, but that definitely adds a whole nother level of difficulty when you got such, even with a full backpack, you still got to do major inventory management. And that definitely slows you down in making money in game. Best way I've found to do is just get a whole bunch of salvage data at that point. Like that's been my major way of making money in survival and permadeath, is just get salvage data. I make sure to collect enough of it to get my upgrades, and then everything else I sell. And then when I need more, I'll just go out and hunt for more and get my upgrades and sell more. Because, I mean, you're constantly running by salvage data. Constantly. You spend any time on foot whatsoever, you're always running by salvage data. Ah, come on. I said they haven't been too much, the Sentinels haven't been too much of a bother. This storm is actually more of a bother right now just because I can't see anything. Yeah, 1,000 would be nice. 1,000 would be very restrictive, but it wouldn't be so bad that you're struggling for like 20 hours. I mean, there are those people who play the permadeath often enough, like Jason plays and other people, Bob, Survival Bob, all of them. They live in permadeath, so they've got their ways of making money quick, and I get it. They've got it down pat. They don't even have to think about it. I don't spend time in the game like that, though. I'd like to. I mean, hell, I'd like to get to the point where I just play video games all day long, but I'm a long way off from anything like that. Yeah, it's really hard to build bases that way, too. Yeah, you're right. Another big left-hand turn. There's my ship. Off to my left. I wasn't necessarily trying to go in a straight line this time, though. Last time I kind of was. I guess that's also out of habit. You know, after taking time to think about it, like when you first start in on the game, you don't want to wander far from your ship, right? So you end up making big loops anyway. You run out and you run back to your ship. You run out for a ways and then you run back to your ship. And the more upgrades you get, the farther you can go. So you end up clearing an area around your ship and making sure you're not too far away from it, just because so you can get back to it and make a save, or get back to it and stay safe, So I mean, maybe the big loping left-hand turn or the loping right-hand turn is more of a survival instinct than it is anything else. Because like in real life, if you put your ship down and you knew that was your only means of survival, you're not going to wander too far off from it. Even if you can call it in, because you've also got fuel restrictions, right? Especially in permadeath, you got all the you got inventory restrictions, which means you have fuel restrictions. There's only so much fuel you can carry, so you're not going to be, you know, you're not going to go 2 hours away from your ship and call it in. You're going to move your ship to where you are at, or you're going to stay within an area of your ship. All these kind of planets look the same. That is the one thing. Like, I appreciate the random generation, don't get me wrong. But it has kind of gotten into the same. It does teeter on that just a little bit. Same. But they're also going for a certain style anyway. Like, Hello Games, Sean Murray picked an art style that already existed when they created this game. I read old comic books and novels, space novels from, you know, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s. And this is what it's styled as. And for that, I love it. Brings me back to reading those books. I saw another set cluster. I wonder if that's it. Yeah, that's probably it over there. Yeah, them Sentinels are not a problem. They take a couple pot shots, but mostly they can't keep up with me. I'm not too concerned about them. Yeah, as far as making money in survival and permadeath, I definitely go for salvage data. That's $52,000 a piece versus $40,000 for the Gravitino Bowl. I'm willing to look over a few of these for the pain in the butt that they are. Like, you can find salvage data just about every planet you go on, right? So you're guaranteed almost 50,000, like, every time you pick one up on pretty much any planet you drop down on. But you gotta go looking for you gotta go specifically looking for the Gravitino balls. And like I said, at a time they were valuable when the game first started started having them in the game. They were valuable. I can't remember whether salvage data was worth as much. And it's been a while. I mean, at one point they were lucrative. And if I was purely on a money grab mode right now, I would probably go around picking them up. But you're not going to do that early game. You run the risk of getting your butt handed to you. I mean, look at this. Like, early game, look at that. That's intimidating. Of course, this has been recent. Like, they didn't used to come at you this hard. You know what I mean? Sentinels didn't used to be that aggressive. They were aggressive, but they weren't that aggressive where they'd send half a dozen at you and they teleport more in. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like the way they've handled the Sentinels. I like it. I mean, they were at one point not nearly as intimidating as they are now, and it's definitely added to the game. Like, they are something serious that Sentinels are still something you should take seriously. Until you get to the point where I'm at in the game. Or in this particular save. Like I said, those permadeath saves that I've got, well, if you get a chance, go back and look at a couple of my survival modes. Those first couple survival mission or survival playthroughs we did, Dave. Mm-hmm. Me and the Sentinels. They were definitely not my favorite thing in the world. Didn't I drown myself trying to avoid them one time?
I think.
I know I drowned myself. I know one of the times I drowned myself, I was just purely wasn't paying attention to where I was at in the water. But I think I ended up drowning one time just because I was trying to run away from them or something. That's sweet root. They give up. They give up a lot easier in normal mode too. That's the other thing I noticed. They definitely give up trying to find you a lot faster in normal mode than they do in survival and permadeath. They will not leave you alone at all in permadeath. Once they see you, they're on you like flies on crap. Oop, oh, steer this way. Pulpy root. Recharge that while I'm in here. Okay, we're at 5,000. I'm happy with that. Where's my ship? Should I just call it in, or am I close enough to it now? You know what? Forget everything I said about trying to go around in circles around your ship to survive. Forget all of that. Where did I leave that thing? I looked to my left and it's not there anymore. Oh, there it is. I was looking too far left. Yeah, I'm going to just call it in. If I had $1 for every time I've heard somebody say, where the hell's my ship, or I've said it myself, I could probably live off of playing video games for the rest of my life.
I know, I've said it a lot.
Let's see here. 5,000 should be enough. I mean, I've already got fungal mold plants anyway on my freighter. I've already got those up and going. What I need to do is take one of my one of the containers in my freighter and clean it out of all the stuff that's in it, and see if I can't just put all my farming stuff in one of those containers. I did that at one. I had that set up that way at one point. Then I started hoarding other stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, salvage data, you need some? I got it. Navigational data, I got plenty of that. There's some upgrades. Yeah, I think this wasn't the one. One of these, like I said, one of these at one point had nothing but the farming stuff in it. This one I was trying to get all of the elements. That one, or at least all the major elements that you need on a regular basis. That's what that one was. This was purely for building. This one, I think they just kind of started, yeah. I think they just started becoming catch-alls. That's how I made my money. This right here, this is how I made my money. I still haven't gotten rid of any of that. I won't ever go broke in this game.
What is that, cobalt?
Yeah. Iodized cobalt. I still got quite a bit of chlorine. I could start that back up again if I ever needed a whole bunch of cash.
I've got a planet that's got none but that I ain't been back to yet.
You got farms, dude. Dave was a farmer. He, and not in the sense of the plants. Dude's got facilities all over the universe, as we know it. Pretty much mostly Euclid, though, right? They're pretty much all in Euclid.
I think might be some in Hubert. I'm not sure.
But this dude, he was on a mission. You want a cobalt factory, or you want a place that you can go, you can pick up a whole bunch of cobalt quick. He's got refineries, man. You need some uranium, he's got uranium. He's got it coming out of his nose. You got an oxygen farm too, don't you?
I got two of them.
You got 2 oxygen farms, yeah. He'll never hurt. He'll never hurt for anything in normal mode.
Oh, no. I got in a kick where I wanted to build everything with glass. My moon planet.
Yeah, I remember that. That base was pretty awesome looking, to be honest.
The whole fucking planet damn near. In fact, still sitting out here. I need to go check the miners. Where's my teleporter over here?
You're gonna go check them out and see how bad it is? Well, they can only fill to so much.
Yeah, I know.
But they're all full. I can guarantee that.
Oh, I can guarantee that too. Oh man, I got so many faces.
Didn't you have to start getting rid of some of them?
I was going to, but I ain't got there yet.
Going through, do I really need this anymore?
Yeah. I think I did get rid of a couple.
Man, the reach on those things.
Hell, I even got a winter base. Ain't done nothing with it.
Weren't you getting ready to do storm crystals on, or not storm crystals, but frost crystals on that one for the glass?
Dang. Oh, I don't.
I think you set one up just
Well,
so that you can make glass. Make glass.
I got that on my moon base, my moon planet.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to on that cold. The cold planet. I was going to use it as a winter resort, but never got back to it. But on my moon planet, the hell is it? Getaway base, weather base, porthole, trading post, gold, porthole, rusted metal, gold. I think I moved all the plants out of that one.
Salvage container. Oh, cool.
Gold. Yeah, damn. I'm gonna check that refiner. Distractors.
Well, this planet's not too damn clustered full of growth. I mean, it's got quite a bit for a desert planet. And it doesn't quite have the wastelands of a desert planet. But, I mean, this one's pretty spread out. Not constantly having to worry about tripping over stuff. I heard somebody one time talking about No Man's Sky. And they said, too often do you run into planets that have almost too much. Like, they were craving the barren wasteland planets. And they're out there. You can find plenty of barren wasteland planets. Man, there's salvage data all over the place. Salvage data, containers. Yeah, just spend a couple hours here. You'll be able to collect enough salvage data to not only support yourself financially, but to unlock just about everything.
Oh yeah, this is full.
What was it? One of my oldest daughter and I were playing, and I helped her out with this legacy save when she first started, because she was just into the building. She plays Sims a lot, and all she does in Sims is build. And when they started giving us new build parts, it kind of attracted her to the game. So I helped her out with that. I can't remember. I think it was like 800 salvage data is what you need to get all the build parts. Somewhere in the vicinity of 800 salvage data. Because I just gave her all the... I pretty much gave her all the salvage data I had collected. I had... Let's see, this container right here. I had literally had one completely full of salvage data like this, only without the nav data. I gave her pretty much all of it. It came out to be about 800, I think it was. At least 800 salvage data to get all the build parts. And that was at the time too. That was at that time too. I don't know. 800 would be a good start, I think. 600 to 800 is about what you need for most of the build parts. Appreciate the people who build farms, helped you out a lot in the last expedition. Yeah. I definitely appreciate those people too, especially when they give everybody access to it. Specifically, you got some of the people that build farms and then turn off the thing where everybody can use it. Ahaha, there we go. That's what I want. Cactus flesh. Aggressive animal.
Still doing that funky thing.
Yeah, I already had it scanned. I still haven't min-maxed all my, still haven't min-maxed all my upgrades. Or at least not the way everybody else, not the way the professionals do it. Like, I've got the best of what I've come across, but I don't specifically spend time looking around for, like, the best mods. But, I mean, you could do that in this game if you want. You could literally just spend your time looking for the best stuff out there. Like, the highest quality everything.
This is fun. I'm only 1,200 units away from the Indian. I'm on the same planet. I have a rusted metal extractors. My Indian. I have no power over there at the Indian, but I've got power over here.
I know one of your bases we were having problems with the with supplying. Is that one of the ones that has the natural power source?
This one here, but the one you're talking about is on my moon planet. Yeah, let me go to that one.
I know we were struggling. You didn't want to have to use all those solar panels to keep things running. I think that's another thing about the freighter too. You don't have to have solar panels. You don't have to have natural energy sites or anything like that. You could just you just automatically have it, the power. Ooh, I'm already to almost 5,000 as it is. Another couple clusters like that, I'll be good to go to the star bulb. Alright, so that cluster was down there. If I stay on a northernly path, should have run across more. Ba-ba! Or no, that's not it. That's alright. Those looked an awful lot like the cactus. There's a lot of stuff over there. None of it do I need.
You need carbon? Oh my god, I got so much carbon at this place. It's not at this one here. Actually, I've got, oh man, I've got so much. It is unreal.
Yeah, between Dave and I, we've got it set up to where if anything ever gets, like if we lose anything in game over something stupid, there's always ways of recovering.
Yeah, I've got, let's see, carbon there. Shitload of carbon there. Oh, a ton of carbon there. All between walking distance. What carbon do I have on me? Got one full stack. Oh, dang.
I got a pretty good stash of carbon myself. I don't have anywhere I can go get it specifically like you do, but I've got a good stack of it.
I got quite a bit. I think I'm gonna call my freighter back here.
I occasionally glitch this game, but most of the time I don't do that. So I have reserves.
I don't glitch because I don't really know how to do it. And I'm not
They keep
really
changing it. They keep changing it.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in learning how to, so it's just no biggie. Man.
Ben, I could never get the latest way of doing it to work right.
I do think I do know I need.
Actually, no. The newest way that Cynical had just put out. What was that? A couple days ago, he put out a video on the new refiner glitch. I have a hard time keeping up with them, the new ways of doing it, and then, like I said, by the time I figure it out and by the time I get it working, they've changed it. So I don't bother most of the time. I'll do it if I'm in like a hard up situation for something. But one of the things I like about the game is the grind. So I don't mind going out here on foot. Like, I know that it'd take me seconds to get 5,000 cactus flesh if I glitched it. Just a few seconds. But where's the fun in that? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay, starball time. Okie dokie, where am I at with fuel? Oh yeah, I got plenty of fuel. You did it once to dupe freighter slot upgrades? Yeah. Yeah, little things like that, that it's like, oh my god, the amount of times you had to go into an abandoned freighter and walk through that. Like, most of what you see here I've gotten legit. Like all the augments and stuff like that. I mostly got all of this the legit way. It is possible to get everything you need the legit way. You don't have to dupe. It takes a lot more time. A lot more time. But that's part of playing the game. Yeah, I know. I've got plenty of settlement products. Plenty. Hey, Petty, how's it going? I've been neglecting my No Man's Sky game. Felt like coming back and just chilling for a little while. I don't want to get to the point where I don't remember the controls either. Shouldn't be too much longer that they're going to drop the new stuff. I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to the new stuff. I'm not going to fall into the speculation, though. Looks like I got more land over this way. This has just got a lot of islands. Well, they're not really islands. I guess you could call them islands. It's just a planet full of islands. Mountainous islands. Yeah, let's start at my main base. Work my way out. Takes the exploration out of the game. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen anything new just yet this playthrough. But, a lot of the times when you play this game, there's always something. There's always going to be something that you load in and you've never seen it before. I mean, I'm in the same system as my main base. I've called this, other than the planet that's got the aggressive Sentinels, I've literally searched every planet in this system and scanned every item in this system. All the rocks, all the plants, all the animals. So this one I'm not really expecting to see anything different. But you go out into a different system, you might the possibility of you seeing something you've never seen before goes way up. I've actually kind of gotten to the point where I kind of like going away from the center of the galaxy instead of trying to go into the center of it. Because everybody, I mean, the game kind of prods you to go into the center. So most of the time that's where everybody heads, but try to, I like to try to go to the outer edges of the galaxy. Actually, there's a little project I've kind of been thinking about working on, and I spent, what was it, 6 overall hours trying to get to the outer edge of the galaxy, and could just never got there. I think I've got a base out there, or out at the farthest point that I could get to. But it seemed like every time I got to where where the galactic map started showing like less and less places I could stop, it got to the point where it just kept extending itself. My freighter's not exactly, isn't exactly set up to go the farthest distance in the world as far as warping light years, but it does a pretty good job, and it still took me, I gave up after about 6 hours. I'm not really finding Starbulb out here. Maybe my planet isn't exactly the best planet for the Starbulb. Yeah, it's a paradise planet. It has Starbulb, but I don't remember running into it very often out here. This is kind of new. I don't know whether it's an optical glitch or something. First person mode, my jetpack trails, I can see them in front of me. On that on that other planet, I wasn't seeing it. I thought I had seen it a couple times, but the color combination wasn't one that I could really focus on it. But yeah, I'm seeing my jetpack trails out in front of me now. Let's go over to my building real quick. Since I'm here, might as well check in on my building. It's not much. It hasn't loaded in all the way. Wait for it to load in. Why am I not turning left good? Or I'm not turning right very quickly. What the hell's up with that? Is that my joystick? Or is that... Meh, okay.
That's alright. My character don't want to stay still. Moves on by himself.
Yeah, you got the drift. It's the only game you got the drift in, isn't it?
Yep. The only one. Every time I get in it, he wants to move on by himself. It's like...
Yeah, this is the best I can muster for building. Never really got into the base building thing. I mean, I threw some stuff together.
I got into it, got way overboard, and now I'm burnt out on it. That's why I can't wait to see what kind of new stuff they got coming. This save, I pretty much have everything. I'm not hurting for money, or nanites, or anything.
I don't remember this tree growing into the middle of my, into the inside of my base like that, though.
Ah, that's new.
Nope, just fell off the side. Yeah, I went with mostly glass here just because I like the view. I wanted to be able to see everything around me. Where are the beetles? This planet's usually got tons of beetles flying around. I just realized I haven't seen any of them.
Nighttime, ain't it?
Yeah, they're usually around all the time.
Oh. I don't know.
In fact, I have a hard time keeping them out of my base because they like to either glitch into my base or they like to go in through the doorways. I've had them get trapped in here lots of times. Where are my beetles?
I got rid of them.
Huh. That's weird. I'll wait around till daylight to see if they're here. Because now I'm, there they are. There's one. There's one. Usually they're all over the damn place. They get to be kind of a nuisance around here, really. So I'm not necessarily upset that they're not swarming all over the place. But yeah, usually there's a whole bunch more than that. There's a couple of them. Maybe it just took a while for the game to load them in. Alright, big fella. Alright. Actually, I could teleport to my damn freighter now, can't I? That shows you how long it's been. It's been a while since I've been here. You didn't used to be able to teleport to your freighter. That was the last time I was at my. That was the last time I was at my main base.
Yeah, I like that feature now that you can teleport to it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I also like the feature where you could scan the nearby planets, teleport into or warp into a system, scan all the planets from your freighter. I like that. All right, let's check in with my fleets, see what they brought me. Get that done and over with. I don't know if I'll send them back out again.
I know why I haven't. I just remembered why I set mine out. I didn't have enough hydrogen.
Yeah, fueling gets to be a problem sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's really nothing right now. I want them to bring me so they can just sit where they're at.
Actually, I wouldn't mind setting myself up with a few more living frigates, because they bring you the living ship parts, and I've got a living ship that I've been neglecting.
I still gotta hatch the egg for one.
Do you have the egg, or you just haven't?
Yeah, I've got 2 eggs. I've got one that needs hatched, but I gotta figure out what ship I'm gonna get rid of to do it.
Oh, I don't need more Geck. Don't bring me Geck nip anymore, okay, guys? I don't need it.
What the hell?
I got a question for people in chat. Have you guys seen a mission, a fleet mission that's been more than 3 stars? Has anybody gotten to the point where they've got a fleet mission that's got more than 3 stars? Because it has the possibility of going up to 5, but I've never seen it. I've never seen a 5-star mission.
It's always been 3.
Yeah. I mean, I have the freighters for it. Well, that one's still B class. I just picked that one up not too long ago, though. But yeah, I have the freighters for the 5-star. I'd love to see a 5-star. Have not noticed. Yeah, max I've seen so far is 3-star. Ooh. That just filled that little inventory area up, didn't it? Why is my Geck net flashing like crazy? Is that in my log? Oh, manage your settlement. Yeah, it's gonna flash because they're mad that I've got too much. Switch it over to community research. I don't remember that cable hanging down like that, but I usually don't play in first person. Where was I at? Yeah, I gotta get inventory management. Yay, inventory management. Do I have geodesite? Yep, got some over here. Geck nip, I don't need it. Daggers, I don't need it. Cubes, I don't need it. Lemnium. Or lemium. I'm not collecting lemium, so that gets sold. Semiconductors. I don't think I've got any semiconductors. Salt. Granitine. These are all very valuable stuff to build other really valuable things. I just don't have the space for them right now.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
Cryo pump. I know I've got a couple of those sitting around somewhere. There we go. I at one point had my farm set up to where I could build what item was it that I was crafting the hell out of for a while to make money? There was one of them. I can't remember what it was now. It had to do with the acid. I think it was the cryo pumps. I was making some money off of cryo pumps there for a little while. I think that's what it was. Either that or it was the cryogenic... yeah, it was the cryogenic chamber. I was straight up... I had a farm in my freighter. That's specifically what it was set up for, to be honest. The farm in my freighter was the, all the things you needed for the cryogenic chambers. And then that changed. Yeah, there we go. Psychonic egg. This psychonic egg. That's for the living ship.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I have one of those. I just don't have it. When I come back, my character about fell off the platform.
You have a hardest time staying on things or in things.
Yeah, he wants to move on his own. I just remembered I do have a starship I can get rid of. I got an A class that I was hoping to get an S for, but it never responded back in. But yeah, I've got an egg that's ready to be hatched for a living ship. That's for the living ship. Okay.
Yeah, I like. At some point, I'm gonna go look for specific colored ones and specific looking ones. That was always something I intended on doing at some point.
I just don't know what to do.
Don't need that.
Boy egg.
It sends you on a little quest. Neural duck does. Geck nip. Album pearl, don't need it. Don't want it, don't want it. Don't want it. Don't need it. Don't want it. Oop, don't sell that.
Let's go get rid of that.
Is that everything? Yeah, okay. Let's go take this over to my living ship then real quick. If it's loaded in. I don't know if it's going to be... Yeah, that's something when you load in your freighter.
Oh, man.
You alright?
What the hell? I was supposed to be in my freighter, but this game just glitched me bad. Yeah, it just splits me big time bad. I'm gonna die. Inside my freighter.
You're gonna glitch
Oh.
and die inside the
Yeah,
freighter?
I just died, dude.
You bouncing
I'm
around?
done. No, I'm done playing. It just killed me inside my freighter. Yeah, it literally killed me inside my freighter.
What did it do? Just kind of jam you
I
inside of it?
teleported to my freighter,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm inside my freighter, but it's telling me I'm in space and I died.
Weird.
Yeah, that is not good. At least I didn't lose anything.
Yeah, at least we're in normal mode.
Yeah, I literally teleported. What is this thing doing?
Ooh, I don't have one of those. What does that do?
And I have no idea where I'm at.
Okay. Neural shielding. Okay. Is that for pirating? Structure can be energized as a ship deems fit, creating a field
Let's
that
see if
blocks
I can
hostile
do this
cargo
again.
probes. Hmm. Might end up turning that into my pirate ship. If I can get enough upgrades for it. It's been slow. It's been real slow. I haven't really been paying much attention to it, though. That's the other part. I'm
Yep,
guilty.
doing it again, dude. Yep, I'm gonna die again.
So you saved, quit, and came back, and it still did it to you?
Yep, it brought me back into a space station. Yep, yep, I'm gonna die.
Did
There
you
ain't
do
nothing
that
I
one
can
in
do.
solo mode?
I am definitely gonna die.
Did you load in solo?
Inside
No,
my
you didn't.
freighter. This is messed up. Yep. Yeah, I'm out of here.
It's just in multiplayer right now that's happening.
In multiplayer, I don't know in solar, but I'm fixing to hop out of it because that's not right. Let's see what happens in single player because I'm gonna die every time I teleport to my freighter. That's messed up.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be putting up with that.
Loading in on single player to see what it does. Yeah, twice now. I mean, literally floating inside my freighter, and I'm dying. I'll say it and I'll keep saying it. Fix multiplayer, No Man's Sky.
Yeah, that is definitely something that they need to work. That is like ship building, ship customization, all that stuff. I'd love to see it. More base building, I'd love to see it. Don't get me wrong, but the multiplayer. That was one of the things that they toted around, and they've got it now. They do. They hella got it, but still not working quite right. And then they're introducing the Switch here soon on the 7th, I think it is, that they're launching that. I don't see it making things any better.
Well, let's find out if it's going to do it to me. And nope,
Ooh.
just in multiplayer. Yep, just in multiplayer, dude. I'm in my freighter and I'm not dying. But yeah.
More walls.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go chase my witch.
I get it.
Oh, that was crazy, dude.
That-
I'm literally not shitting you. I can't believe that.
Oh, I can believe it. I can believe it.
Twice. Twice.
That's
At
totally a
least
No
I
Man's
didn't lose
Sky
none
thing.
of my stuff. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the good thing.
You have something like that happen to you in permadeath, that just like that ruins it.
Yeah, big time. But yeah, literally, I was floating around inside my freighter like I was floating out in space and watching my health just literally.
Plummet.
Yep, and I'm dead. uh,
Wonder which one of these. Which one of these am I gonna clear out for nothing? But see, that's just I need. We need more storage containers. That's what I want to see. Is more storage containers. I want them to fix multiplayer and give us more storage containers. I mean, I know a lot of this it's just junk. But I also like helping out new players. If I ever run into new players and they need something, I've got like wiring loom. I'm never gonna run out of wiring loom. I got 160 wiring loom. I know I don't need it, but if somebody else does, boom, gotcha.
That's one of the most expensive items I think in the game, besides freighters and that.
Especially early game, 25,000 units.
It's expensive just for one wire.
And that's what it's selling for. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what you. I remember there was a what is it? It was one of our survival playthroughs. It was like $50,000 for a wiring loom. It was like, jeez. I don't like running out of things that you need. And I mean, the only time you need the wiring loom most of the time is like early game when you're retrofitting stuff to your ship. And
I was going to tell you, I noticed a lot of the prices has gone down in the trade chat on a lot of things.
Oh, in Warframe.
Yep.
Well, yeah, there are a lot more available.
And the Prime Vault is no more.
Yep. Yep. All prime parts and all the prime parts are going to be easier to get a hold of, according to
especially the vaulted ones. It's cool.
Yeah, there's not going to be anything vaulted anymore.
I'm looking.
You just
got to
wait for them to come around.
I'm looking for a Rhino Prime. There was a dude wanting to trade a Rhino Prime for a rank 5 malt invigorated. Before I could get back, that thing moves too quick on me. I was gonna message him, and now I can't find him no more.
Oh, trade chat.
Yeah, because I have another fully ranked one.
There we go. Why does it keep switching between the two? This is not my freighter. The more I'm looking... I didn't notice this so much before, but it's glitching on me a little bit too. You see what it shows as my freighter?
Yeah.
That's not my freighter.
Oh, it ain't. That's the style I got, but not that color.
That's the color that's the color combination I'm going for, but that's not.
But that is not your freighter.
Yeah, I got one of the I got the one that looks like the Sentinel ships. Or the Sentinel freighter.
That looks like my freighter. But wrong color. Yeah, let's go catch this.
Gamma Root and Starbulb. Maybe I'll have better chance of Starbulb here. Alright. Why can't I ever run in a straight line? Always always look like I'm running through my hallways. Bouncing. You can't walk a straight line. Oh. Captain's been into the Geck nip again. There he is, bouncing down the hallway off the wall. That is definitely not my freighter. Not to say that I don't like the look of this one, but
Yeah, this is my style.
I spent a long time. I spent a long time back in the day looking for the Sentinel ship, the S-class Sentinel ship looking one, because that was the newest best one at the time. All right, where is this other planet?
There you are.
That is the high. That's okay. There it is. Hey. Found a very distant planet, like first shot out.
Oh, cool.
This one doesn't have a space station in the system, though. It's only 2 planets. That's okay, I don't need a space station. Not really worried about space stations right at the moment. Alright, let's break the rest of the way through the atmosphere. Now I can see the planet. Whoa! Now I can see what's going on. Let's see here. See if I can't spot some from the sky before I go and land. Forget. Fesium. That's usually found. What kind of planets is Fesium usually found on? Can't remember. Might as well grab the star ball while I'm here, but trying to think. Is it toxic planets? I know I've landed on a planet where the plants just like gave it up. It seemed like everywhere you turned was carbon. It had carbon and Fesium in the plants. There wasn't any like deposits of it anywhere, but I'm trying to remember a radiated planet maybe radiated. I don't know. This seems like a good enough place to park. You too, Thomas. You have a good day, too. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. I'd appreciate it. Or don't. That's fine. Get the star ball. Yay, Starball. Ooh. Check out the butterflies.
Oh, yeah.
I like this blue, the blue and orange combo.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty neat. We got the beetles on this planet, too.
Oh, cool.
They're smaller than the ones I have on my planet. Star brand. Oh, perfect. That's what I'm looking for. I missed a plant. There we go. Star brand bowl. Away I go. That kind of look like cattails. Yeah, these guys are a lot smaller. These beetles.
Mm-hmm.
Crawl milk. That's another thing I didn't really get into. The baking.
Yeah. But you can make pretty good money off some of them cakes.
Oh yeah.
I was shocked.
Oh yeah, you can make real good money.
From that one expedition we did.
Yeah, you can make real good money baking. Really, really good money. I guess that's one of the reasons why I really didn't get into doing much of the baking. By the time they started making that a big deal, I had already made quite a bit of money in my normal save. I might try that though. I might try doing like a survival or a permadeath start and see how far I can go making money, just making money off of baking. That'd be a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Can't afford to buy. Ah, there you go. I figured it out. That might be that might be a challenge I do. Can't buy can't buy a ship or get into a ship until you've baked enough stuff to pay for one. I don't know how you'd regulate that though, because you got to make enough. You got to make enough money to survive in general. Hmm.
Well, you always come across Sentinels, so it's not going to be that hard to get the eggs and some of the ingredients you need.
That's true. What was it that you can make flour out of? The wheat?
Wheat, I think.
Yeah. It's getting a nutrient processor early game.
That's going to be the challenge.
Yeah, because if you can't use a ship until you've, yeah, that may be a pain in the butt. That goal may be a pain in the butt. If you can't use a ship until you start baking, the nutrient processor may be a little harder to come by.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought of that. I've still got that, side project I'd like to start work on at some point. I still really like that idea.
Oh, the cannonball run thing?
Yeah. I still really, really like that idea. It just, the logistics behind doing something like that and having it be functional and relatively accurate to the idea of the real life cannonball run. I mean, obviously it's not going to be exactly the same, but I'd like to at least get close to that. I really like that idea, because then you can get we can get content creators like Enra and Beeblebum and Katrine and Jason Plays, and maybe even Survival Bob if he's communicated with other people more. But we could get all of them in on it and have them build like rally points. I think the biggest issue that I see in doing something like that, excuse me, the biggest issue I see in doing something like that is having everybody start off in the same instance every time. And that's the main issue. Because it's all generated in instances, you know what I mean? So like if I started a new game and Dave started a new game, but we were each solo, we can end up in the same system as each other if we're both playing. But like, how are we supposed to end up in the same system if we're not, like, if we don't join up with each other in the first place in multiplayer?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the part of it that I haven't figured out yet, because if I'm wanting people to do this cannonball run and say I got it all figured out, all laid out and everything, how are we going to have everybody start off in the same place and end in the same place if they're not in the same instance as what I generated it in, so to speak? Because they can go to the same planet and the same location,
That one's wrong.
but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to see what I, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to see what I put in or what anybody else put in.
Yeah.
And that is that's the part I haven't quite figured out yet. I mean, other than just inviting everybody in, kind of like doing what Zoo does, where he just invites a bunch of people in, or Jason Plays does during his live streams, where everybody joins in on him and then he leaves the party. You can have up to 32 people in one instance, right? But I would have to be there, or somebody that has that same location or that same instance saved would have to be there for everybody to participate in it. I mean, generally the cannonball run, you got multiple vehicles anyway. You know what I mean? Like, the whole idea of the cannonball run initially was to have a whole bunch of people essentially racing from one end of the country to the other and seeing who can get there fastest.
Yeah.
But if I needed, at which point, like, literally, I would have to be, at least at first, I would have to be there for everybody for somebody to load in on me to be able to start building in that instance. right?
Mm-hmm.
And then hope, and then hope that everything saves properly in that instance, to where if somebody else came into that instance, they'd see the same thing every time. And then there'd always have to be somebody there if we weren't all going as one group. And if we were going as one group, it would take forever for everybody to load in for, 3 at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Get everything all set up, and that's after everything's all set up. I mean, the way I see it in my mind and the way I would love for it to go, it's such a grand scale that it's hard for me to even think of where to start. Because right now I can't even think of a good beginning spot and a good ending spot. It would have to. I would imagine that you'd want to stick to a single galaxy. So you'd be shooting across.
Yeah.
You'd be shooting across the single galaxy. It would probably be Euclid. It's the easiest one to get to. Most people, 99%, every time you load in the Euclid when you start a new one, or when you start a new save. So that'd be the easiest galaxy to start off. I don't think you'd want to move on to other galaxies, because if it's a new save, you got to go to this. You got to either be carried to a different galaxy, or get to the center of the galaxy to get to another galaxy in a new save. The other question of it is, do we use new saves, or do we use our legacy saves? If everybody's using their legacy saves, everybody's in a different situation with their ships. Which is, yeah, I mean, in some form or fashion would be kind of true to the Cannonball Run, because nobody during the Cannonball Run has the same vehicle. But then again, there's going to be a lot of ships and a lot of people that have an advantage over others if we're racing.
Yeah.
Because I know I haven't glitched anything into my ship, or any of my ships. I don't have the optimal build for anything. I've got good builds for all most of my stuff, but I don't have optimal builds for anything. Ow. That was uncalled for. I don't know, it's just the overall logistics of it. I love the idea. And one day I would love to see if I can't get something like that to work. It's just... yeah, those couple things that I brought up that slow things down. Like, I could just start, going from point A to point B, putting up bases and saying, hey, they're checkpoints. But again, I'd like to have other content creators. So, I mean, it'd be pointless. It'd be pointless if it was just something that I ran over and over and over again. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, like, unless there's an expeditions available, there's no speed running. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I'm trying to. That's kind of what I'm trying to cram it into, the speed running genre of the game. Because like, you got Beeblebum and Jason Plays and them doing the speed runs, right? And Zane, they're all competing in the speed runs. But when there's no expeditions, there's no speed runs. If you had a dedicated Um, if you had a designated thing that you could run over and over and over again, see what the fastest time you could get. I don't know. Maybe I'm not thinking about that right. I don't know. I love the concept of it.
Yeah.
I love the concept of it. It's just implementing it. It's way past... For one, it's way past the time that I have to get something like that set up. And even with help, again, it's like, how do you go about getting everybody loaded into the same place every time so they can do what they need to do, or do what they want to do the way they want to do it. I don't know. I don't know. It's... I am not seeing any more Starbulb. There was a bunch of it there for a while, and now I'm not seeing anything at all. I wouldn't even really call it a bunch. I'm not seeing any of the plants here that have Fesium. There's a lot of carbon and oxygen out here. Oh, the plants have Starbulb in it. Okay, well, I might... But it's a secondary, so I'd be mining a whole bunch of... I'd end up with a bunch of carbon that I don't need.
Yeah, that's easy to find them in caves, too.
Starbulb?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find Starbulb in a cave, I think. I haven't run across a cave yet, either. Or maybe I haven't, I just missed it. Oh, please don't tell me that's Star Bramble I've already been to. Why do I have a feeling this is Star Bramble I've already been at? It's got Mordite in that tree. I'm needing Mordite. I still need a lot of Fesium. Oh, okay, speaking of caves. Worst cave ever. Well, it's not really a cave, it's more of a hole in the ground. Hey, it's not some I've seen already. Nice. Paraffin. What I'm thinking is this the same planet that I'm thinking about that has the Fesium in the plants? I think is the same kind of planet that's got Mordite in the planets. I'm not sure. Those may be two different places. Impulse beans. Don't need impulse beans. Sweet root. Every time I see the impulse beans, I keep thinking of Dragon Ball Z. And then I realize it's not impulse beans, that's sensu beans. So my brain's not making a very good connection. Hey. Hey. You know where I could find any more Starbulb? Hey. Sir? Starbulb? No? Alright. They're no help. Oh boy. You know what though? It may be one of those things I should just start off small. You know what I mean? Come to think of it. Just turn a planet into an area where you could do a cannonball run on a planet maybe to start off with.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking at too big a scale.
Yeah. Planet idea would be better, since you're on one planet. You don't gotta worry about traveling from one planet or one galaxy to the next.
Right.
You know, the planets are not small, so...
No, not by any means. What is it about, on average, about 16 hours to walk all the way around one? Yeah, maybe I've been thinking about that the whole wrong way, using the starships. Maybe... Oh, come on. Hello? Hello?